Elliot's life initially appeared ideal. He had a flourishing marketing career, a beautiful wife named Mandy White, who was becoming a rising star as a news anchor in Pittsburgh, and a young daughter named Emma. On the surface, they seemed like the perfect family, but underneath, cracks began to form early on. Mandy's demanding job at the news station kept her away late into the night, leaving Elliot to care for Emma. Over time, he felt increasingly neglected and resentful of Mandy's absence, and this resentment became the seed of their eventual downfall. As Mandy spent more and more late nights at work, Elliot's suspicions began to grow. He couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. Confiding in his friend Bill, Elliot shared his concerns, and Bill suggested he speak to Mandy's boss, Jason, to verify her work commitments. Elliot decided to follow through and learn the shocking truth. There hadn't been any post-show meetings, the very excuse Mandy had been giving for her late nights for weeks. Elliot's suspicions deepened, and he decided he needed undeniable proof of what Mandy was doing. One night, he went to the station to confront her. Upon arrival, he ran into Jeremiah, the night watchman, and then discovered Mandy in the green room with her co-anchor, Paul Michaels. The sight of his wife with another man shattered Elliot. Mandy's reaction, however, was even more devastating. She was unapologetic and cold, showing no remorse for her actions. She even used the law to threaten Elliot, warning that if he fought back, he could lose custody of Emma. Feeling trapped and betrayed, Elliot turned to Bill for advice. Bill, a level-headed and strategic thinker, proposed a bold plan. He advised Elliot to confront Mandy one last time and record the conversation. Elliot followed Bill's advice and managed to get Mandy to admit to the affair and her disregard for their marriage on tape. Bill then took the recording and edited it into a video that exposed Mandy's actions and lack of remorse. The video was anonymously uploaded to YouTube, where it quickly went viral, attracting widespread attention. The fallout was swift and brutal. Mandy and Paul were fired from their positions at the news station, and their reputations were destroyed. The billboard that once celebrated them as Pittsburgh's power couple became a symbol of their downfall. Mandy lost everything: her job, her standing in the community, and her marriage. Meanwhile, Elliot secured full custody of Emma, as Mandy didn't even contest the divorce. However, Elliot's victory came at a significant emotional cost. His marriage was over, his life turned upside down, and he decided to leave Pittsburgh for a fresh start. He moved back to his hometown of Columbia, hoping to rebuild his life and reconnect with his old marketing agency. Fate, however, had more surprises in store. While settling back into Columbia, Elliot unexpectedly ran into Molly Michaels, Paul's ex-wife. This chance meeting was both awkward and intriguing, as they had both suffered betrayal at the hands of the same man. Initially hesitant, Molly was wary of engaging with Elliot, given the pain and loss she had endured. But over time, she agreed to meet him, likely seeking closure or a connection with someone who truly understood her experience. Their meeting was intense. Elliot had to recount everything about Mandy's affair with Paul, reliving the betrayal and pain to provide Molly with the answers she needed. It was a difficult conversation, but also a cathartic one for both of them. Sharing their stories allowed them to process the hurt and betrayal, finding a sense of understanding and solidarity in their shared experiences. Molly and Elliot, two people deeply scarred by betrayal and heartbreak, find themselves drawn together in unexpected ways. Both are grappling with the pain of being wronged. Elliot by his ex-wife Mandy, whose infidelity shattered their marriage, and Molly by her husband Paul, who also betrayed her. As they begin to talk and share their experiences, a profound realization takes hold. They are not alone in their pain. This shared understanding becomes the foundation of a unique and evolving connection. Their bond deepens as they continue to support each other emotionally. However, this isn't portrayed as a fairy tale romance. Molly remains deeply hurt and determined to rebuild her life on her own terms. She doesn't seek revenge against Paul or want to team up with Elliot for any vindictive schemes. Instead, she focuses on making a clean break, symbolizing her resolve to move forward. In a gesture of quiet solidarity, Molly decides to hire Elliot's lawyer for her own divorce. This small but meaningful action signifies her trust in Elliot and her acknowledgement of their shared struggles. From there, she begins her journey of self-reinvention, starting a new career in real estate. Fate seems to play a role when Molly ends up as Elliot's real estate agent. As they work together, looking at houses and discussing their lives, their shared pain gradually transforms into a blossoming attraction. There's no grand declaration, just a subtle and undeniable connection that grows stronger over time. Eventually, they fall in love and decide to buy a house together, a home Molly had earlier mentioned she would love to live in. Elliot's daughter, Emma, presents another layer of complexity. Blending families after a messy and public divorce is no small feat, but the story doesn't shy away from these challenges. Elliot approaches the situation cautiously, while Molly proves to be compassionate and patient with Emma. Over time, Emma forms a bond with Molly, even starting to call her Molly Mom and eventually just Mom. Their growing closeness cements the sense of a new family forming. Meanwhile, Mandy faces the consequences of her actions. Her infidelity not only ends her marriage, but also destroys her career, reputation, and personal life. Hitting rock bottom forces her to confront her mistakes. She begins attending therapy to understand and address the choices that led to her downfall. As part of her healing journey, Mandy musters the courage to apologize to Elliot, Molly, and Emma. The apology is heartfelt and difficult for everyone involved. While forgiveness isn't immediate or complete, the group attempts to move forward, especially for Emma's sake. They meet in California, signaling a fragile truce and the possibility of co-parenting in a more civil manner. Just as Elliot starts to find personal happiness, his professional life takes a hit. The scandal surrounding Mandy continues to haunt him, and his clients grow wary of the negative publicity. His boss eventually asks him to step down, leaving Elliot unemployed once again. However, Elliot's resilience shines through. His old friend Bill suggests they start their own agency, combining their talents and experience. The new venture is a success, and they quickly secure major clients, thanks to Bill's innovative marketing ideas. Ironically, the same world of viral media that contributed to Mandy's downfall now becomes a source of Elliot's success, marking a poetic turn of events. Elliot emerges stronger, with a thriving business, a supportive partner in Molly, and a loving family. Although the scars of betrayal remain, he proves that it's possible to rebuild and find happiness after heartbreak. Through their journey, Elliot, Molly, and even Mandy demonstrate that while life can be incredibly painful, there's always the possibility for growth, healing, and new beginnings. The story ultimately delivers a message of hope and resilience, showing that even in the darkest moments, there's a chance to find light again.